This right here is the Canon EOS Rebel T3. I made a review back on this 2 years ago in 2020, and now it's 2022. And the question is this camera still worth it? I'm just gonna be giving straight up answers and a straight up description of this product because I really feel like this product is aging and I've had this camera forever. This camera, if you didn't know, came out in 2011. And like I said 2 years ago, it's a powerhouse. But now that we're coming into 2022, where phones are just as capable as this DSLR, is this really worth it? My first answer is no. The Canon Rebel T3 is not worth it in 2022. There are other better options. You have the T5 and T7, especially the T5i and T7 series where you can actually shoot 1080p footage. So I love this camera. I'm gonna be really honest with you. I love this camera. I love making that review. If you'd like to see that review, I'm gonna re-upload it, link in the description. The sensor that this camera is using is a 12.6 megapixel. It has a crop factor of 1.6 and an ISO range of 100 to 6400. It shoots in RAW as well as Jpeg. In video specs, you can shoot 720p, which is absolute in nowadays, 720p 30 and 720p 25 FPS. Other than that, there's nothing that this camera offers. I'm gonna show up some photos on the screen. You can make a decision for yourself. I really think that the iPhone SE 2nd generation can compete, and actually it does compete. I did a video test and it destroys it in video. I did a photo test and it's really showing its age. So I have beat this camera up and I've had this camera for maybe at least 8 years. And it definitely has served its purpose. It did good for what it does. And that's the question. If you want to get into photography and you want to feel nostalgic and you still want to get great photos on a DSLR, there's other options like the T5 and the T7 that I can't stress any more about. This is just a relic now. It's getting very, very old and it's really showing its age, especially as we get into the 2023, 2024 and beyond. It's just really not going to be applicable anymore. However, there's a saving grace for this camera. And the saving grace of this camera is that it is an amazing beginner and amateur webcam. With the whole big online streaming thing blowing up, this right here, this could be the ticket to getting a great cheap webcam. And I use this camera. This camera is amazing. Let me show you something. That is the actual sensor. This sensor is always gonna be better than a webcam sensor because of the size. Okay, so funny enough, I literally just looked onto eBay and I can't really find any T3s. Yeah, I'm honestly just seeing T3Is. So, like I was saying, it looks like this camera is really dying. I'm looking here, I don't see any T3. So, I guess I'm gonna have to make a T3i review. If you guys are into that, I'm gonna have to get my hands on a T3i, make a review on that. To end off the review in closing remarks, this is what I wanna say, and this is what I wanna tell you. This camera, when it came out, it was very good. It was extraordinary. It was expensive when it came out, like any other camera, but now it is running from $75 to $100. It has lost its value and it has lost its strengths, but it does have something great that a lot of cameras don't have, and that's the accessibility of turning it into a webcam with EOS utility. If you'd like to learn more about what I'm talking about, I'm gonna make a full video on how to connect this camera, the T5 as well as the T7, how to connect all those serious lines of cameras to your computer to use it for many functions as a webcam, how to use it to become a streamer, how to use it just to use as video calls, even to connect this camera to Discord. That's what we're gonna be talking about. So I hope you did enjoy this video. I hope you found it helpful. And like I said, once again, if you'd like to see my original review of this camera, I'll have that link in the description. Thank you so much for the support. This was Runiel Studio Productions, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Long live the T3.